La resolución esta específicamente también habla de veteranos, habla de deportaciones, the immigration rates. This is really about immigration rates and calling for a halt, calling DOJ, calling customs enforcement or ICE, otherwise known as ICE, to stop the raids on communities, especially Latino communities. Divide and conquer is not the day order of the day. We also have a resolution on behalf of deported veterans, mind you, and I'm a veteran. I served in the United States Navy. There are a significant number of veterans in foreign wars, including World War II in Vietnam and Iraq and Vietnam, who were legal permanent residents, ended up being deported. When they returned to civilian life without appropriate support and reintegration, both psychologically and economically, they fell into addictions and criminal activities, were arrested due to their legal permanent resident status and were deported. This is the conditions that we are facing right now when it comes to these immigration raids. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows the accountability factor that goes awry. Several of these veterans were asked to support in obtaining reentry into the United States to be with their families and U.S. citizens and children. It's a travesty to be today representing our country in such a way and to let not just the regular people, but veterans, mind you, be facing these circumstances. I think President Obama should take leadership and be held to the promise that he made to many Latinos to not just have immigration reform, but stop deportations, and yet that promise goes empty. I would like others in my council and my caucus to speak. Anybody else?
Buenos días a todos. No se oye. Muchas gracias a nuestro colega Jorge Cárdenas, que nos acaba de decir que las redadas tienen que parar. El presidente Obama tiene un año para que tome una decisión sobre la reforma inmigrativa y pienso que lo tiene que hacer pronto, porque desafortunadamente el Centroamérica es horrible lo que está sucediendo ahora en los Estados Unidos. 100 miles de personas han venido a Estados Unidos y sobre la reforma no se ha hecho nada, sino que visitan a nuestra familia en las casas, hacen las redadas. Eso tiene que parar y el presidente Obama tiene que tomar una decisión ahora. Gracias.
Thank you, everyone, members of the press. But we, Familia Latina Unida, members of LULAC, and the Ashley Project, we joined today the 100 members of Congress and millions of Latino families to ask the City Council today to call on Homeland Security to stop the raids on Central American refugee children. We also call on the City Council today to bear witness to the great injustice done to 3,000 veterans. These 3,000 veterans of World War II, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan, like many other veterans, suffered from wounds, from PTSD, and from addictions. Many returned to unemployment and dark days of minimal survival. Instead of receiving the support and rehabilitation, they found themselves victims of the war on drugs, and because they were legal permanent residents and not citizens like their comrades in arms, they were deported. Many separated from their U.S. citizen wives and children. The initiative by Familia Latina Unida, we call it the Ashley Project, which began with a 17-year-old soldier who after 9/11 joined and then died in an ambulance as a nurse in Kuwait. After Ashley gave her life to this country, her family was faced with the attempt to deport her father. We have faced instances where a veteran returns to find his wife under an order of deportation, a mother or a sibling. As part of our resolution today, we are asking the City Council to urge protections of the family, members of our veterans, and we are urging the City Council to call on President Obama, members of the Council, Congress to review the cases and offer humanitarian parole to reunite with their families and their communities. And this is Ashley's mother, Olivia.
My name is Olivia Segura. This is my daughter, Ashley Sesma. She died on duty serving our country. She gave her life for everybody that lives in this country because she believes in democracy. Now this government tries to separate my family and deport her father. That's not right. That's not the American way, and this needs to stop. I'm not the only family that has problems with immigration. There is more families of veterans. They deported 3,000 veterans, and we need to bring them back. It's no way that after my family, veterans' families give everything for this country, they be just kicking out of the country. I would like to introduce a veteran that is supporting us here so he can explain how it really is, because when a soldier goes to work, a family goes to work. When a soldier goes to serve the country, the whole family serves the country. When a soldier dies, the whole family dies. Thank you.
Good morning, buenos dias. My name is Thomas Day, Thomasday, thank you. I am a candidate for the 7th Congressional District in the Democratic primary. I am also an Iraq War veteran. Last night we saw a Congress with 96 veterans. That's an historic low. It is logical to assume that more than a few members of Congress support a policy that breaks up families like Ashley, who themselves never served in the military. That is unacceptable. No civilized nation would ever deport men and women or their families who served in the U.S. military. Let me also say a word about the raids that are ongoing right now to break up families like Ashley. That's unacceptable, and I would call on the Obama administration to end them immediately. Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, City Council.